Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Total War Warhammer 3 Immortal Empires. Here today on the channel we have episode 11 of my Empire series. Here today we're going to be mopping up the last of Grom the Porch and also Scrag the Slaughterer as well. We had two rather successful battles against them in the last episode, so we basically just need to mop up the last of their lightly guarded territory. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like and subscribe if you're new. I'd really much appreciate it. Still continuing headstrong with this Empire campaign, making the Empire great again. Alright, back down in the mountains near Karak Hurin. We want to try and get rid of the last of Scrag's holdings, and we're also coming to in range of some greenskins as well. Karl Franz is currently wounded. He's been sent back to Altdorf, being taken care of by the Maesters, so hopefully he will be able to return at full strength soon after convalescing slightly. But most of the dwarves that occupied these mountain passes have been absolutely decimated in this series. They've been a little bit hard done by the dwarves. Just need to fix the boom mic there. It was annoying, the positioning, whatever. Anyway, but yeah, only a couple more armies left of Scrag and the... you would imagine. Right, back up north. Unfortunately, we've had a Norscan incursion. I've sent Gelt from Hockland to go and deal with it. And we might be able to get our first piece of territory in Nordland. Another army's dropped off here as well. The Mr. Hills are fine for now, but we can't allow any incursion to come on in. And we actually can get some better quality relations with Nordland. We're still yet to bring in Middenheim, Nordland, and Visserland into our control. Yeah, so they're going on a bit of a tirade here in Wrecker's Point. So Gelt has been sent north to deal with them, trying to overthrow another roaming horde, hopefully. Hey, we've got a confederation offered. Maybe that was due to giving and reclaiming that Nordland settlement. So it's -3, we're already -6. It's going to go from 3 to 6, so that's quite a bit. But now we can control this northern territory. We have a bunch of Imperium steel, but this confederation will weaken us slightly. So we've nearly got all of the elect accounts under our control. Like I said before previously, highly recommend not going to war with the elect accounts, just waiting to eventually confederate them and bring them on in to the Empire. But overall, this is what we can control. A nice swath of territory. Things are looking up for the Empire. Okay, so the Disciples of More have attacked us, and this might be the last of them. Hopefully. Hey, and it is. The Disciples of More have been defeated. Perfect. Karl Franz is now back. Whopping level 40 as well. Great to see. Karl Franz back. What am I saying? Karl Franz back. Jeez. Alright, we want to try and get rid of Grom here now. So, he had 2 pieces of territory. He might have actually come back here now after we destroyed his full stack at Paravon. Oh, okay. So it's not overly too large of a garrison. You think it would be in this mountain holdout. Yeah, so now Grom's back. It's mostly the garrison army. Well, I have no ambition to rush this siege, so let's just try and siege them out for as long as we can. Okay, Gelt is still trying to deal with that Norscan incursion. Yeah, just Bellicor and his vassals and Norscan allies do send a fair few of them. They either try to hit Wrecker's Point, they either go into Nordland, or eventually make their way down to Marienburg. Seems like they have a waypoint there. Gelt is currently accompanied with Felix. What's this? Clan Moors has attacked the dwarfs in Karak. So that could complicate things. We're already at war with a bunch of them, but yeah, the dwarfs just are not doing well in this series. So this is turn 90 now, so we've spent one turn at least sieging Outgrom. So they're probably going to attack us at some point. I've moved a secondary army over here to help. And okay, so that's going to make it a decisive victory. So we currently have 2 full stacks essentially operating in and around this area of Bretonnia. We've already fought and crushed the Paunch as well. It's only really the garrison there. So is that the last of him? Yes, perfect. The Broken Axe Green Skin tribe has officially been crushed and dissolved. Perfect. We've been at war with him for such a long time as well. Oh my god. As soon as we wrap up some wars, more just come out of nowhere. Dryach of the Wood Elves has attacked us. Oh wow, they've actually taken a bunch of former Electocount territory. Well, it looks like we're going north to Ostermark. And I guess after the defeat of Grom, more green skin tribes are coming out of the woodwork. Great. We'll call our allies, mostly dwarves, and the Ice Court with Kislev and Katerin. Alright, so Marienburg is under siege. It'd be quite detrimental to the campaign if we were to lose it. So we'll send Gelt down here, who is trying to protect our northern border. We've still got units in Bretonnia, which we can send reinforcements from. And Franz is pretty far south after defeating the ogres. And we'll try and eventually move him to deal with Dryach. So Midland, Ostland, and Visseland are the only factions haven't brought in. But we have 10,000 of Imperial authority, so why not let's spend a bunch of this and try and get at least one of these to try and confederate with us earlier. Still -5 at the moment. We just need to purely wait for events. But like, what we've got 10,000, which is absolutely absurd, and we're making a bunch as well. So we might as well spend it. Diplomacy-wise, not really much else we can do either. Ah, perfect. So Midland has offered us a confederation. That'll be really good. So that we can get Toddy and the boys in. But what's the highest it can go to? Currently -7. So we're getting a huge amount of negative modifiers. 94 turns into the campaign now. Nearly hit triple digits. Okay, so we've got a small army here. We probably just want to try and see what we've got. So Boris has an army here, only rank 11. But Toddy's now fully under the control of Karl Franz. Nice. It's been a while since we've looked at the huge topograph. So we've got an army in the north in Nordland with Boris. We've got 2 armies heading towards Hochland. We have 2 in the Vampiric territory. And we've got some armies with Karl trying to head into northern Sylvania, because they even have Waldenhof. The Wicked Treemen actually surprisingly have a bunch of territory, and they have a territory in northern Sylvania, so we were bordering them in the end. So I guess we'll try and bring down the Twisted Tree. So Ostermark has been crushed, essentially. They've even moved into Kostalton territory. I guess we'll return it, because a lot of this territory it actually will allow us to get that -7 down a bit.
Ready. It is war.
So I guess we'll try and return this one as well. That should have been assigned. We can return it to Ostermark. Is it worth it? They tend to get destroyed a bit, but I guess it is. because then we can eventually confederate with them. But yeah, 2 armies focusing on Dryach. And I guess we're going to the southern oblast, because she's even pushed up there, which is really quite interesting. Alright, back down in Bretonnia, I'm actually going to declare war upon the Red Duke after he took Lyonesse and has established a small footholding here. We want to try and finally eradicate all the vampires from our sphere of influence. I think that's sort of the last one. I think Vlad von Karstein is like super far south, but we've obviously taken out the vampires pretty early in this campaign. But if we can get rid of the Red Duke, we should be able to get a nice piece of coastal territory here, right on to the border of the High Elves. So we're going to negotiate with Bastogne and Bohemond, and that's gone through, so we are going to be able to take this. We did have this territory for a little bit, then we gave it back to the Red Duke for a peace. But now that his vampiric corruption is spreading into the heart of Bretonnia, there's something we have to keep an eye on. And we'll move this down south. We've already fought the Red Duke once in this series, a long time ago. I believe when he was pushing into... it was one of those fortresses in the mountains there. I can't remember exactly which one it was. So we'll continue to siege them out there in Musalon. So Waldenhof has been attacked here by the Slaughterer. Really? He's now back. Bloody Azag. At least he's not in a war. Oh wow, we're not actually overly too favoured to win that one. We're going to have to manually play it. It's going to be a close one. Alright, well, let's get stuck into a battle here today. Like I said, mostly we're just sort of trying to wrap up the last of Grom and the Ogres, which we did, but I hadn't really seen any major factions full stacks in a while. There were a little bit of Norskins, but now with Azhag coming on in, let's fight this one. The Red Duke, even with that attack, didn't even really seem to have much of an army either. So we've got the Battle of Waldenhof with Karl Franz. Mostly great swords. Got some Kislefight units. We do have one Hellstorm rocket battery. I would ideally like to increase that in the future. Had some confederations as well. So, pretty solid episode progression-wise overall. Alright, let's deal with these bloody greenskins. So there's 2 paths of attack.
What do you bid?
Let's like chuck you here. Oh god.
Great swords!
Unfortunately there, the terrain just won't let us deploy there. Shit, hang on.
For the comet!
So, maybe try and do something a little bit like this might be better. If we put our mortars and artillery in the center, it might actually protect them. But the only problem is, Azhag is probably on a mount, a wyvern or whatever. So hopefully, Karl can deal with him aerially, while our mortars and Hellstorm rocket batteries soften up the rest. Nice shot there. And the rockets are flying, but we've got to watch out for Azhag, because we've fought... Oh shit, they've got a rogue idol. That's going to complicate things. These stone colossal beasts are going to be hard to take down. But there is Azhag. Hopefully Karl can bring him down. For Singmar. Steel and gunpowder, boys. Oh. We've also got a small amount of reinforcements from the nearby garrison. It's because we've recently taken the settlement. We're not at full strength with it. But so far, the brave infantry and great swords of the Empire and Kislev are holding the line for now. How's Karl doing? Okay, nice. A little bit back and forth. Really quite close to call this one. But the Slaughterer is definitely living up to his name. Okay, so although Karl's taken a battering at about a 50% health, it looks like he's going to be able to bring him down. I do want to try and get these bear riders in action, which is where they can operate. Fortunately, we've lost a great sword unit there. Let's get them to. Oh no! I was going to say try and stop that charge of those river trolls. Would have been good. We're really struggling to bring out those rogue idols. Oh, nice. Azhag is now in a retreat. Try and bring down that rogue idol, please. We're doing well punching through the rest of their infantry. But it's the rogue idol. Hang on, what the hell? I didn't press pause. Oh no, yeah. There we go. What the fuck? I thought the game nearly crashed. Oh, that's a bit better. We're getting a good angle here. The bear riders have somehow found a way around the back. Come on, bring it down. Bring down this stony and very hard monstrosity. Oh, what's going on here? Hang on. Might need to restart my PC. There we go. Bring it down. Nice. And victory. The rogue idol crumbles just like a cookie. And that's how the cookie crumbles. We'll get the bear riders and the boys. Just try and run down the last of them. Nice. So, going after the wood elves here. The greenskins tried to upset our baggage cart that was ending up there. I'm sure Azhag isn't overly too impressed with Grom being destroyed and fucking stapled somewhere in Old Dorf. Interesting how that works when you crush other factions, the other factions get pissy. But anyway, close victory. They said it was going to be that. Let's end that one there. Let's have a look at the losses in sustained itself. Okay, so we only lost 400. We slightly outnumbered them. Karl did alright. Dude, look at that. Look at the difference between the mortars and the Hellstorm rocket battery. Jeez. We definitely need to get some of those bad boys in. The Outriders did surprisingly well. They're a pretty underrated unit. I'd highly recommend them. Quite cheap. You definitely don't want like 3 of them. Like 2's enough. Depending. We kind of could do with the money, to be honest, because we are hemorrhaging a little bit of cash. As we're still in significant debt and inflation due to those confederations. Ah, damn. It sucks that we can't auto-resolve this one. We'll just quickly play this one. It won't take too long. It's just because a bunch of the bone rattlers have retreated, and the great swords were at such low strength. So we'll get another battle in, but we'll try and speed things up. Oh, we did so well crushing that army, just like we wanted to deal with them the second time, but just too many of them escaped. Not going to be hardly complicated. I think it's the same battle map. Back again for another defeat, as Hag. Alright, let's advance you slightly and speed things up. There he goes. Dude, the auto resolve is savage in this game from time to time. Yeah, that's how it is sometimes. You just have to manually play them. So be it. Yeah, I don't know why. I think it's just because they were so weak health-wise overall. Anyway, 2 battles in the end. We managed to sneak on in. Nice. And then we can focus on Dry Etch for the majority of the next episode, I would imagine. Yeah, so we lost absolutely nothing there. It's only 200 of them, then we're going to knock out 4 units. Crikey. Just because he's just a legendary lord. Must count significantly for something. But anyway, should be able to get a little bit of money for this secondary adventure. 650. Nice. Well, anyway, unfortunately that note, it is time to wrap up today's video here. Thank you very much for watching episode 11. Stay tuned for episode 12, coming out the exact same time tomorrow. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. My name has been Simpzy, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.